Thank you. Okay, you're going to take a little survey. It's just a little couple questions to answer about put down. Okay? It says, what is a put down? And then it starts out, a put down is, and then you just write on this line here what you think a put down is. Okay? Then it also talks about, have you ever been put down? Yes or no? You circle. Very simple. Have you ever put someone else down? Yes or no? How do you feel when you are put down? You got a smiley face or a sad face? Okay? And how do you feel when you put another person down? Okay? Once again, a smiley face or a sad face. You just have to circle them. Okay? So, number one, you have to answer with a word or two, a couple words, what a put down is. And the rest you're circling yes or no, or a smiley face or sad face. Okay? I'm going to give you maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes to do it. Doesn't need to take you very long. Okay? This is just so I know if you really understand what a put down is. Okay? And then we're going to also talk about, I'm going to read a story after that. And many of you probably have heard this story, but this is one of my favorite stories. Chrysanthemum. And we're going to talk about what happens in this story. So you're going to really need to pay attention because we're going to discuss it. Okay? So, my new paper basket.
Okay.
Like I said, when you get done, just turn it over. It's okay if you're not sure what it is. Just try your best to think about what you think a put down is. Okay? Think about what it sounds like to you. What's done. On the back napkin, that way I know who's done and who's not pleased. What do you think, David? Try it. Yeah. Grace, you done? Okay. Do you need help with the question? How do you feel when you are put down? Are you going to feel happy or sad? Have you ever been put down? Yes or no? Have you ever put someone else down? Yes or no? How do you feel when you are put down? Happy or sad? And then how do you feel when you put another person down? Happy or sad? Finish your sentence. Quickly, girls and boys. Eyes are on me. I'm reading and your ears are open and listening. Chrysanthemum by Kevin Hinman. The day she was born was the happiest day in their parents' lives. She's perfect, said her mother. Absolutely, said her father. And she was. She was absolutely perfect. And I bet that's how your parents feel about you. Love you so much. Her name must be everything she is, said her mother. Her name must be absolutely perfect, said her father. And it was Chrysanthemum. Her parents named her Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum grew and grew and grew. And when she was old enough to appreciate it, Chrysanthemum loved her name. She loved the way it sounded when her mother woke her up. She loved the way it sounded when her father called her for dinner. And she loved the way it sounded when she whispered it to herself in the bathroom mirror. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum loved the way her name looked when it was written in with ink on an envelope. She loved the way it looked when it was written with icing on her birthday cake. And she loved the way it looked when she wrote it herself with her fat orange crayon. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. How do you think Chrysanthemum's feeling about herself right now? Raise your hand, Brianna. Good. She's pretty happy. She likes, what she like, Gianna? Yeah, she loves her name. Her Chrysanthemum thought her name was absolutely perfect. And then she started school. On the first day, Chrysanthemum wore her sunniest dress and her brightest smile. She ran all the way. Hooray, said Chrysanthemum. School! But when Mrs. Chud took roll call, everyone giggled upon hearing Chrysanthemum's name. It's so long, said Joe. It scarcely fits on your name tag, said Rita, pointing. I'm named after my grandmother, said Victoria. You're named after a flower. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and informed Mrs. Chud that Chrysanthemum's name was spelled with 13 letters. That's exactly half as many letters as there are in the entire alphabet, Victoria explained. Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria, said Mrs. Chud. Now put your head down. Who's making, or how is Chrysanthemum feeling, and who's kind of making her feel that way? Kaylee?
She's feeling sad.
Yeah, she's starting to feel sad because who's doing it? Yeah, do you remember her name? Nathan, you remember?
Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria, sorry, Kaylee. Victoria, and she's not making Chrysanthemum what? Yeah, she's putting her down because of her name. And we should all be very, right? So, and she's not feeling so good right now. I had a name like yours. I'd change it, said Victoria, as the students lined up to go home. I wish I could, thought Chrysanthemum miserably. Welcome home, said her mother. Welcome home, said her father. School is no place for me, said Chrysanthemum. My name is too long. It scarcely fits on my name tag, and I'm named after a flower. Oh, pish-posh, said her mother. Your name is beautiful and precious and priceless and fascinating and winsome, said her father. It's everything you are, said her mother. Absolutely perfect, said her father. How are Mom and Dad trying to make her feel? Yeah, I'm trying to make her feel better. Chrysanthemum felt much better after her favorite dinner, macaroni and cheese with ketchup, and an evening filled with hugs and kisses and parcheesi. Why are they saying those things? What do you do to think? Yeah, they are being mean, but what do you do to, what's something you pick and smell, Jack?
Wow.
Yeah, Joe?
And that's been
Yeah, it is kind of mean. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. After her mom and dad worked so hard to make her feel better. The rest of the day was not much better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and said, a chrysanthemum is a flower. It lives in a garden with worms and other dirty things. Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria, said Mrs. Chud. Now put your head down. I just cannot believe your name, Victoria said as the students lined up to go home. Neither can I, thought Chrysanthemum miserably. I'm going to read one more page and then we're going to stop and then I'll read the rest another time or later. And then we're going to talk about, we're going to stop there. Sometimes I don't realize how when someone makes you sad, you don't feel very good, do you? Mindy, I open a little door. Okay. Braylon?
when you're saying something wrong.
Right. Olivia? Did you ever put somebody down, or have you ever been put down?
think my neighbor told me that.
Yeah.
I think her name's Kara, and she, when I was playing, she just took the thing that I was playing with.
I'll put down, Mom. It's not because they take something away. It's usually somebody saying something to you that's not very nice. They're usually calling you a name, or they're making fun of you or some way. Like our friend Victoria in the story Chrysanthemum, she's not helping Chrysanthemum feel very good. Do you think Chrysanthemum's going to continue wanting to go to school? Why not?
People keep making fun of her.
Yeah, people keep making fun of her. If people keep making fun of you, you don't want to be around those people because it's hurtful. And it just makes your heart sad, and it makes you feel really bad, and you don't want to be around that. And that's exactly what's kind of happening with Chrysanthemum. She's having a really hard time, and she doesn't, like she says, every time she comes home, school is no place for me. Because every time she goes there, Victoria makes fun of her. Richard?
One time my friend called me Richard.
Oh, see? Didn't make you feel good, did it? No. No. Gotta use our real names, or people need to ask, what would you like to be called? Because sometimes, like Richard, you could, shorten your name to Rich or whatever. So you have to be respectful and ask them if it's okay if I call you Rich or Richard. And if, somebody says a name like that, Rich Nerd, which was not very nice at all, what could you do so they don't do it again? Okay, if you need to tell an adult, what you could tell that person? Yeah, please, don't say that to me. Or, what would happen if they did do it to you again? Would you want to hang out with them? No. Or I would say, I'm sorry, if you're going to call me that, I can't play with you. Because that's not making me feel good. And I wouldn't do that to you. Molly?
And it might make somebody feel like they're going to cry.
Yeah, it might. I've been put down myself, and it doesn't feel good. And it doesn't feel any better to put somebody else down. Hayden?
She was at my friend Kaylee's house, and we were playing, and she said that I think Rylan said, her little sister Rylan said I can play with something. And she wouldn't let me play with it, and I kept saying, Rylan, you have to share.
Yeah, gotta share. But think about put downs. If I said Brianna's wearing glasses. I don't like her. I don't like her glasses. Is that gonna make Brianna feel very good? No. Okay, I'm putting her down. I'm making fun of her because she's wearing glasses. And I love Brianna's glasses. She always looks so cute in them. She always looks wonderful. Okay, it's when you're hurting somebody. You're making somebody sad. You're picking on them. You're saying something to them. You're calling them a name. Okay? You're making them feel really crummy. It's a good word, crummy inside. Their heart's breaking. Yeah, it might make them feel like they're gonna cry.